Hey, what's up, everybody? So this is Cara with Wonder Repeat, and we have Arla today with Bats Offroad. So we're going to get to learn a little bit more about her and what she represents. Here we go, guys. Shout out to my lovely husband who made that for me.
It's awesome.
He finally got to put his skills to work more than the YouTube channel. So how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. I've been doing nothing today. Yeah. For those that don't know, I had emergency gallbladder surgery on Friday. So I'm on pain medication. So this could be a fun show.
Good stuff. Let's go.
Yeah. You ready for RITO?
Yes. No. Yes and no. I mean, got to pack.
Yeah.
It's gonna be messy, but I'm not heading down till Friday. Tony's heading down tomorrow. Help get the booth set up and stuff. So.
And for RITO, for people that don't know, and you should know, it's Rendezvous in the Ozarks. It is in Ozark, Arkansas. So it's at Bird's Adventure Center, and it's so much fun. It's with Natural State Overland. Go check out their Facebook page. Be there. So you're working the Long Creek booth, aren't you? Like all weekend long?
Yep. We're Tony and I in McKenna. We'll be at the Long Creek booth with John and Jared and Kayla, I think, because everybody's going to be working the booth.
Yeah, Long Creek is who has all of our merch. So as you can see, her hat, and then I'm also wearing the Bats Offroad Adventure shirt. Yeah, we'll demo the little Long Creek there. Shout out to Muncie. But yeah, so they have all of our merch. That's such a trendy word. We'll just say merch. Okay, so someone's saying you're a Batwoman. So you've got to tell me, what is Bats Offroad? Is that an acronym? Like BA something? I don't know.
Well, it could be. It could be. So, the whole thing behind Bats, which I get asked about often, is so it's my nickname. Bats is, and it's from my mom and one of her friends when I was a baby, and they call me Bats, and it's Bats in her belfry. So I just tell people maybe I'm a little crazy, possibly.
Are you serious? Like Batty?
Batty, crazy. Maybe I like baseball. I mean, who knows what the meaning is.
She's a woman of mystery.
It's a mystery. So when we got the Jeeps, then talking with Tony and stuff, and he wanted to do a different venture, and so he came up with the name. He did that. Yeah.
So Bats Offroad is kind of named after you.
It's me.
It's a tribute to you.
It's a tribute to me.
As it should be.
Aww.
As it should be. That's so sweet. Someone just said bats are smart, so that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Matthew, slinging shirts.
Slinging shirts.
I know. Matthew just asked, what are you most excited about, RITO? That's a good question.
Well,
not the rain.
Be busy at the booth because I actually love working the booth. I volunteer to do it. I mean, I love doing that, but I cannot wait to see all the vendors that are there. I just like to see the new gadgets that are out and whatnot, and we're still always looking for stuff to add, and I just like to see all the new stuff that comes out. So I hope I get a chance to go, walk around.
Oh, I'm sure you will. If anything, I can come sit over there and man it for a little while since I can't do anything and send you off to shop.
You be my wing girl.
I will. I'm your bat wing.
Be my bat wing.
I'm like an awning. Oh my gosh. So last time at RITO, I spent so much money on patches, and now we have 2 vehicles with patches.
Yeah, same.
That's what I'm going for.
Love patches.
What do you want? What are you looking to get there?
Love them. Oh well, we recently built a Gladiator as well. There's still a few, which is Tony's. We're still looking for a few little odds and ends to finish that. It's just about done, but there's a few things he's still looking for, to add to the rack. And then this
it's never ending.
Huh?
It's never ending.
It's never empty. It is just empty every pocket, and we have 2 Jeeps, so
you have no pockets.
I got no pockets. I got nothing. I got nothing. But he's got a few odds and ends to finish up, and then this winter, my JK is gonna go through a little bit of sprucing up, kind of a thing. Do some swapping out of some parts and stuff.
What's she gonna swap out?
I don't know. She needs a facelift. She's had almost 3 years and need a little. She's a little spruce, probably some bumpers and stuff like that.
So let's show everybody that vehicle. So this is your ride, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it have a name?
Her name is Bonnie.
Bonnie. Okay, so then am I assuming that this is Clyde?
That is Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde. Look at y'all.
That's actually my old wheels. Those are gone. We've already went through different wheels.
I like that he got your hand-me-downs. I love that.
He didn't. No, he doesn't have my hand-me-downs. Those
he doesn't?
No. I sold them. You know how it is. You sell your stuff, get new,
Yep. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. I totally get it.
We have the same wheels, actually, except for mine are red on my JK and his are flat. Or matte black, I think that's what they're called.
The matte color. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like your roof rack? There.
On the Gladiator?
Yeah.
We like it. Like I said, he's been trying to finish up a few odds and ends before RITO, and he's added a few things to the sides of the rack and whatnot. And
yeah.
It's never ending.
Yeah.
He's out in the garage right now, but watching the show, of course.
He better be.
I've seen him on here. But and finishing up so he can head out. But yeah, we got things going.
That's awesome. So what made y'all decide to get 2 Jeeps? 2 different, like, because what was he driving before that Gladiator?
So he had a 2008 Ford F-250. He had for 13
totally
years.
Not off-road, yeah.
Yeah, 13 years. It was a very nice truck. It only had 126,000 miles on it in 13 years, but he works from home, so he put a lot of miles on it. But when the Gladiators came out, I loved them. I mean, I'll be very honest and say they are not attractive stock.
No, I will agree with you.
It is a must to do that.
I don't think you can call it a Jeep until it's been lifted and got 37s.
Right. I mean, so I was like, he really loved the JK, and when we got it almost 3 years ago, he just spent all his little time on it and doing things to it all the time, and I kind of want him a Jeep back, to be honest. I'm like, hey, you ready to let's do something different here. Like, let's sell your truck, throw that money on the Gladiator, and build you a ride. I mean, he always wanted to lift a truck and stuff like that, do all that kind of thing, and really into the overlanding thing now. So
yeah,
he loves it.
It's really nice, and it rides really good.
It really does. Like, it's so different from the JK, and I tell him that every time when he drives the JK and goes to his Gladiator. I'm like, it's like night and day difference. They're obviously totally different, but this is so smooth and
it's like butter
stuff. And mine's just a 2018.
I know.
I'm like, but mine's a real Jeep. It's rough and it's that bougie. I got the kind of thing. Yeah.
Man, just let him take it to Pritchett, and then he'll be riding a little rougher.
I don't know if I can go on that. I mean, I might have to just stay on film.
That was rough. Someone just asked, what was the Overland get together? It's called Rendezvous in the Ozarks. It's at Bird's Adventure Center in Ozark, Arkansas. It actually starts, I believe the official date is Thursday. Some people coming up Wednesday, and then ends on Saturday. Huge giveaway. Like, they have, I don't know how much they have to give away this year, but last year they gave away, I think, a tent, like a rooftop tent. I mean, there's a lot of money into that.
Yeah, all these vendors are giving away baskets and whatnot and things, but
it's super cool.
It's great.
All right. So I got some questions for you. So where have you been that was your favorite place to go?
Wow, that's so hard. So, truth is, I'm a beach girl, so he's probably gonna kill me for saying that. But I'm leaning over to everything else. He's a big outdoorsy guy. Yep,
This beach?
we went to Padre spring break. Y'all were there at the same time. Just
I know. I didn't even know you then.
You guys passed us on the beach.
Didn't even know you then.
You
I
and
don't
Frankie,
even know.
you Frankie
Yeah.
Post. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But I love the beach. But honestly, the favorite place that we went last year was my first time. We went to Colorado. The Silverton and area and Telluride and did the Jeep badges of honor and all that. But there's just not enough time. I mean, we were gone for 9 days and we didn't even scratch the surface at all. I mean, there's so many places we want to go, but I mean, we went right when the aspens were turning, so they were yellow.
We've not been able to do that yet, and it's a bucket list.
It was the very end of September last year, and we just loaded up and went.
That's awesome.
Really pretty. I just could not believe how big the mountains were there. I thought Arkansas had mountains, and I was like, this is not.
We got hills.
This is not the same.
No, not at all. And like you said, there's you don't even scratch the surface. The Jeep badge trails, yes, you need to go and do those, but there's just so many other trails there that we haven't explored that no people, those are the places you don't post because you want to preserve that. But man, and that's one difficult thing because we like to go back to these places. But I told Matt, I said, if we keep going to the places that we like, we're never going to get to see all these other places.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I totally get that. What did you think about Padre? Because did y'all stay on the beach the whole time?
Yes, we did. So I had higher expectations. So I was born in Florida, so Fort Walton Beach. So I'm used to the Panhandle, and so I kind of have a high standard when it comes to the beach.
Yeah, Penn's is not that clean. It's not clean.
It wasn't bad, but the wind the entire time. We were supposed to stay there a few more days, and we just packed up and went home early because honestly, what we say is we felt like we were in a sandblaster.
Yes,
everything was wet, and the wind was blowing hard, and it was sandy, and it was just.
Yeah, it was a microdermabrasion, is what we got. It was rough.
It was great on the skin, kind of. But if we would have stayed in that little park, up there where you guys ended up taking cover or whatever, we probably would have been a little better off. But honestly, we stayed a couple days and we're just over it at that point. We took our time.
We didn't even make it. We didn't even we drove down on to the beach because that's like, for those that don't know, Padre Island National Seashore. Is it Corpus Christi? Is that what it's actually? Is that what it's called? It's Texas. Anyways, you can drive the whole beach. There's like 60 miles of beach. We made it. I think that was probably around the 25-40-ish, 25 to 30 maybe. I don't know. Mile marker, and we stopped and we're like, this looks like a good spot, and like the sand there is just so fine, and I had contacts on and the sand was all getting in my eyes, and so Matt's setting out. We had taken a camper, he's putting the camper up, so thankfully it's unattached from my vehicle. I have turned and went back because I'm like, you can keep setting it up, I'm not doing this because I'm not going to eat sand. Like, that's my vacation too. I don't want to be miserable.
Right.
But the campground was really nice.
Yeah. It was kind of miserable down there. Everything when we packed up, everything was wet and sandy and all that. And I was like, well, we can say we camped on the beach, so that's marked off the bucket list now.
Check.
Check, done. I mean, never get my husband back to the beach again.
Only in a condo.
Probably not going to be in any kind of tent or a little teardrop camping trailer or anything like that. So
yeah. So y'all have like a little camping trailer, right?
Yeah, very similar to yours. It's a flyer.
There he is, right there.
Insect flyer.
Okay. Yeah, that looks nice.
Yep.
Let's see what other. Oh, here's engineer.
We all three can sleep in it. It's a little crowded, but
yeah,
it's not bad if we wanted to. But we didn't have the rooftop tent with us at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, man, that was such a. Yeah, I see that. You got the Rome tent. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You like that one?
Yeah. We got the black one just because we were trying to be matchy, obviously. But it's a lot darker in there. I can't sleep if there's any light at all.
I can't either, but mine doesn't bother me.
You just have to bury your face or something. But now that Rome tent is on the Gladiator. Gotcha. So it was on top of the camper. We have had it on the JK also. But it's a little tall for the JK. I mean, getting up that ladder, it's a long ways up.
Yeah. Is there a different lift? What's the lift on the JK versus the Gladiator? Is it the same?
They're both 3.5. They're just a different brand, basically. But they're both 3.5. But Tony's got 37s and I have 35s for now.
Okay. For now.
For now.
Are you going to get bigger?
Mama always wants a bigger tire.
I know. Do y'all struggle with that? That was actually one of the questions that I had for you. 2 Jeep families for me, like, do you trade off who gets to upgrade what? Or do you always get the first upgrades?
Well, no. I mean, like, we've only had the Gladiator since the very end of May, beginning of June. Mm-hmm. So the JK was always getting, obviously, everything. But whenever we did get the Gladiator, we had talked about for a long time putting red wheels on the JK since we have red accents on there, just to really make it pop, and stand out. Mm-hmm. And so he did buy me new wheels whenever he ordered his wheels and tires at the same time. So yeah, I did get something out of that deal. But
are you going to go to 40s?
Right now it's mostly, finishing the Gladiator up. So that's why this winter, it'll be JK.
I like finishing.
Yeah, never finished, but
paused.
Yeah. You always see the new hotness, and you're like, "Ooh, I can sell that, and I'll get this."
I know. And the Broncos now are becoming more and more popular. You can see those out, and I really wanted a Bronco, and Matt's just like, no, the next vehicle you drive is a Sprinter van. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for reminding me.
Well, if you're gonna go, on the road, have more than a teardrop camper.
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, our teardrop, it has everything. It has the water, and it has the shower, and it has a place to sleep. So I think we could probably make do, but not if it's gonna be full time. I don't want to do that for sure. Mm-hmm. It's just not fun.
You come with a potty in it.
Yeah.
Full time.
Yeah, definitely got to do that. Is it hard? Have y'all taken the vehicle 2 places yet? Like to have you taken the Gladiator and the JK at the same time to places?
We actually have not. I don't think. I'm thinking about that. I don't think we have actually.
Yeah.
No.
Did you take them to S'more?
I didn't take my JK because it's been to S'more and I have the badges there already. S'more basically was a part for us to try out the Gladiator and get bugs worked out and kinks worked out and stuff like that. So
like a shakedown test.
Pretty much, yeah, because it hadn't been yet. But yeah, we got lots to do still.
That was our struggle, having 2 built Jeeps, like 2 JKs. Mm-hmm. Whenever we're going on a vacation to say Colorado, he's driving that one and I'll be on. Of course, we have the handhelds and stuff, but it just doesn't feel like a vacation together. So it felt very disconnected.
Well, we haven't done that yet, but we basically that is the plan when we start going out, getting out on the trails now that the weather's cooler. Mm-hmm. We'll be out more. Summer is just so miserable. We'll be out more and we'll be in both vehicles so we can get footage of both of them.
Yeah.
Vacation wise, we haven't really talked about if we'll take 2. I mean,
double gas, double everything.
Moab's on the list, and I do want to get my badges. So.
Mm-hmm. So have y'all been to Moab?
We have not, and it's very high on the list.
That's nice.
Just need vacation time, just have all these things coming up and these events and trying to juggle
Yeah,
all
you just
the...
got back from all the expos. Like, you didn't go to Expo East, but you went to Expo West, right?
We went to Mountain West.
Mountain West. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that. What was that experience like?
Well, it was our anniversary, so we jumped in the Gladiator and ran out there. It was super hot. I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, we're going to Colorado, the weather would be a little bit cooler and stuff, but it was super hot over there. We did find um, an epic spot to camp one night, which I think I sent you that.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. But there was a lot of vendors. A lot of vendors. A lot of vendors there.
Yeah.
We got to see, a few that we know.
You get to meet Lifestyle Overland, right?
There, yep. I sure
That's
did.
cool.
Yep, we sure did. They're just as nice as they are on camera. You never know whenever you meet somebody that's from YouTube or anything like that, or influencers or whatever. But they're very genuine.
Yeah,
very genuine.
That's cool. I wonder how they've had. So you have a 12-year-old, is that right?
She's getting ready to be 12. Yes.
She's getting ready to be 12. So can you imagine taking her full time on the road like they've done? Is it Caroline? I think Caroline is the daughter's name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just can't imagine.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we could. I mean, I don't think I'm a teacher, to be honest. I mean, we have talked about that. We're not teachers. We kept her home because of COVID last year for a couple months, and then we realized, we're not teachers. You're gonna have
Thank
to go
God
back,
for those teachers too.
You have to go back into school because we're not doing you any good here.
Yeah.
I don't know core math. I wasn't taught that way.
No, and it's totally opposite. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Help. I'm like, I can't help you.
Yeah. Like, can you dial a friend? Thank you for Zoom, because that's how we survived last year.
Oh, can I get you a tutor?
Yeah.
I mean, what I gotta do.
Now, does she like to go camping at all?
She does like to camp. I mean, she's camped since she was a baby. So to back up on that, we used to have a fifth wheel. We
always has too many stuffed animals. Tony just said
way maxed out on that. Way maxed.
It needs to be a storage.
The purge. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, girl.
Oh yeah, girl. We have 4 girls, so I totally get
it. But we've had several fifth wheel campers. So we finally sold our fifth wheel I think it was we got rid of our fifth wheel last fall. We hadn't used it in like 2 years.
Was it just too big?
Well, it was a decent sized one. Yeah. But it's gotten to be so hard to go camping, anywhere like state parks and whatnot, because so many people are buying campers now and going out, and we just thought you might want to do something different. And you can't really get off the beaten path and see epic views.
Right.
You won't see those things with a 30-foot fifth wheel camper. You can't drag that off into the mountains.
Yeah,
on some little trail somewhere. So, I mean, we weren't using it. It wasn't worth keeping it any longer.
Yeah, that's why we got our little teardrop too, was because we wanted to have a nicer place to stay. We didn't want to stay in a tent, But then once we got our vehicles with the tents on them, it's just like the world opened up. Because I mean, I do like state parks, I do, but there's so much more out there. Someone just asked, how did us females get interested in overlanding? His wife loves to tent camp, but he's having trouble getting her to hit the trails.
Well, I mean, everybody's different. I mean, honestly, make sure your wife has the essentials that make her comfortable and happy to go out on the trail.
Absolutely.
I know you feel the same way I do. In the bathroom, you know, not doing the squatting thing. Got to have some sort of little potty like a little shower area. You go a day or two without your shower, but let's be real.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I went. I think the longest I went was when we were on a Colorado trip, and it was like 7 days or something. But I think I actually went insane. Like if I don't wash my hair, I was about to murder Matt. Like it was gonna be bad. But yeah, I totally agree with that. They have to be comfortable, and I mean, I'll pop a squat where I've held onto a ding ring, and But yeah, but I mean, definitely start with something that it's the views for me. Like, don't make it so technical. Make it about the view and about the journey or the waterfalls that you're going to. Yeah, totally get that.
If she doesn't want to be in the rig in a certain part of a trail, let her get out and walk the trail. Yep.
Or drive.
Yeah,
because driving changes things.
Yep.
For a lot of the trips in Moab, if it's really next to like a ledge or something, like I would rather be driving because there's just something about feeling like you have that control.
Oh yeah, it's hard when you're in the passenger seat and you're up against the ledge and your spouse is like, oh look at that, oh, look at that. And I'm like, you look at the road.
I know.
Trail. Do not look over there. I'm not looking over there.
No, not at all.
Maybe when you stop, I'll glance real quick, but I see how close the tire is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a consequence level of 50. Don't take your eyes off the road at all.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's on.
So how did you said you had a camper and you had a fifth wheel. So how did y'all get into overlanding, camping? What made y'all?
So I wanted a Jeep since high school. And I just finally decided, like, I really want a Jeep, I really want a Jeep. So I went and got one.
There you go.
Traded in my Ford, got a Jeep, came home with it, and it's been on ever since. It's just been a whole thing. As soon as you get it, you just start, all these possibilities, all these accessories you can do, all this stuff. So we just started on that, and then once we started going on trails on it and taking it out and seeing all this stuff, we were like, gosh, we're missing out on all these things. And Tony grew up tent camping or sleeping in a hammock under the stars off the river his whole life since he was a kid, and I never did that. So it took some convincing. We've been married a long time, but it took some convincing for me to not be so bougie about it.
Yeah. I think you keep pushing it a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten way outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Way outside my comfort zone. So
yeah.
But it makes great memories with your family, with your kids. You get to see epic views and things you don't see. You get to get away from the video games and then your cell phone stuck to your face because kids these days, that's all they want to do is have their electronics in their face 24/7.
Yeah.
Us adults are bad too. I'm gonna lay a bit at night looking for Facebook and
I know.
Instagram and all that stuff before bed. But
I love going places where we don't have service, and then whenever we get back to service, you're immediately like bombarded with all the notifications, and it's just like, here we are again. Here we are again. Yeah. So, do you like to drive or do you like to be the passenger?
So, I started off when we first got the JK. I started off being the driver. So a little backstory is that we had 4-wheelers forever, and we had our own 4-wheeler because we're kind of control freaks and we're only children.
I'm an only child. I get it.
So there's that. So we had our own 4-wheelers and stuff. So
thank you, John.
Then whenever we got the Jeep, we got rid of the 4-wheelers too because we never rode them anymore. But I started off as the driver, and then I really wasn't comfortable in it. I mean, the whole thing of paying that much money for a Jeep and then hearing it bottom out on a rock or something and you getting ready to make the first payment, it was stressful for me. It was really stressful for me, but after, the first few times, it is what it is now. It's got lots of character on it. But Tony started driving, but now he's got his own we added the Gladiator to the herd.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll both be driving, but I really don't like to ride passenger.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
But there are some parts that I'm not sure I feel comfortable,
Yeah.
going through.
Right.
Yeah, just because of the inexperience of that versus a four-wheeler. I mean, they're two totally completely.
It totally is. That's one thing. Whenever someone, sorry, John mentioned, that I did Moab Amazing. Like I've driven all of that in my Jeep Wrangler, but whenever I was doing all those trails in my Trailhawk, totally different vehicle, and so it's a totally different how it works lifting the tire. You got to kind of get used to three-wheeling in that vehicle, and so that's just a totally different thing. And so I may be a little bit more experienced as far as a driver, but in that vehicle, it's you got to know your vehicle, and so I totally get that. And you don't want to go into a situation where you're not comfortable,
right?
Because I mean, you kind of do, because you don't want to be. You want to be on the edge of like knowing that something could happen. You want to be at all, attention. But I totally get that.
Oh yeah. So we got some few things we're gonna do this winter, and we'll have both rigs out there. And
were you planning on going?
Oh, we love to go in the Ozarks. I mean, it never gets old.
Yeah.
There's just so much to see and so much to do, in the Ozarks, the Ouachita Mountains. We'll go out there. We talked about Mark Twain.
We've never been to Mark Twain.
We've never been up there.
Yeah, we want to go there too.
Just around here locally, but I'm sure next year we're probably going to try to go out toward Moab. I know we're going to probably try to hit some expos next year.
Yeah, I definitely want to attend some expos. I've never been to any of the Overland expos. We were going to go, but it just didn't work out this year.
It's pretty overwhelming. There's just so much.
Yeah.
So much there.
I want to go and I want to hike Antelope Canyon. That's where I want to go. It's not like off-roading, but I want to just go. I want to go see all the places. Matt wants to go and do some trips through New Mexico, and he's got a couple of Ouachita trips lined out, because eventually, we're wanting to make a Ouachita trail like we did for the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail.
That'd be awesome.
For the Ouachitas, because it's beautiful in its own way.
That'd be awesome. We've only been over in there, I believe, once, and we just went through a little bit of it, but I know there's so much more to see. We just went over on a Saturday and just drove through a few months ago.
Yeah. I know it's quite a ways for you to drive, but there's always like a Rigs and Coffee in Little Rock, and after the Rigs and Coffee, they always go to the Ouachitas, and they do some of the trails there. So that would be a cool way. Like there's a little shameless plug for you, Brad Browning, if you're listening.
We've talked about going to a Rigs and Coffee in Little Rock. I mean, it's about a 3-hour drive for us. To go down there. We've been to the one up here in Bentonville.
Yeah.
Not very far, but we're gonna definitely be getting out more and socializing.
So at camp, do you cook, or does Tony cook?
Tony cooks.
Tony cooks.
And the reason that is, I cook at home all the time. Whenever we go camping, I really don't want to do anything. I just he doesn't mind that at all. Honestly, he gets his stuff out and he'll put something out. I mean, I'll help him if he wants me to or whatever. But usually we try to plan some simple things. I don't want to spend the whole time cooking out camping. I mean, I really like.
I was gonna say, do y'all bring out like a jet bowl? Do y'all have like all of the things?
No, we don't have all the things. I mean, there's always things to buy. Always things to buy. And I'm sure that will be this weekend, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But we still have our old Coleman stove.
There ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Had for many moons. That he cooks on that, and then we have a little single burner also that we can use if we don't want to take the double or whatever. And then of course we have that little Coleman pop-up oven that's so cool that you can cook
amazing
rolls and stuff and all that. I did glance. I can't help it. Nathan said something about cooking is so much fun because he's the hibachi king.
Oh yeah, Nathan's our OA.
Holy cow.
Cooker. Yeah. I think we're having chili this weekend at RITO, so we're super pumped about
That'll
that.
be good. It's
Some
gonna be cold.
chili.
It's gonna be cold.
And I'm sure some cinnamon rolls because he has, cinnamon rolls and chili. You don't think it's a thing, and he introduced it to us, and it's a thing. I don't know, but you have to have cinnamon rolls after chili.
Oh yeah, we'll do breakfast burritos or something like that. Usually when we camp or something, they like bacon and eggs and whatnot. Yeah. Well, we're kind of in a whole little eat healthier kind of thing. So like lettuce wraps.
I understand.
So just lunch meat and cheese and
protein and go.
Yep.
And that's actually nice because you can do quick.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I love it. So what are your goals as far as with this whole, are y'all eventually wanting to be full-time, or y'all eventually are you waiting until the kid's out of school? What's going on?
It would definitely be waiting until my kid gets out of school. And
you both work. You both have full-time jobs, so.
Yes. Tony owns his own business, so he works here at home. I'm in his office, actually. I'm hiding in here.
While he's in the garage.
He's in the garage working on the Gladiator, watching the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both have full-time jobs. And of course, being a parent, you know how that goes.
I do.
Run them here, run them there. They're in this, they're in that. But
urban overlanding.
Urban overlanding, yes. So we probably are gonna do something like that. We've talked about it a little bit. I know Tony would do it right now if he would win the lottery. You know. Yeah. But yeah, it's
yeah.
I think that's most of us. That's most of our dreams is to
go on the road.
Just get out. Yeah, get out there.
Yeah, I know that's our dream. We definitely want to see all the places.
There's just so many places to see. I mean,
yeah.
We want to spend some time in New Mexico. I know that's one of the things, that we want to do. Obviously, Moab, Alaska. Yeah. That's a big one.
Oh my gosh, yes. So so I guess you're gonna drive your vehicle to Alaska.
That's the plan.
That would be a blast.
It's on the list, the bucket list.
Maybe we can align our list and we could go together.
Maybe, because it's going to be a long trip.
That will be a long trip.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be so much fun. We want to do the Rubicon Trail too, and we haven't done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's on the list.
Yeah.
But camp on that one.
I would love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to go. There's some place I think in Maine too where you can see the Northern Lights.
Yes.
And so I want to go to Maine. I want to see I've not been anywhere up north. Matt went to Michigan, with Core, and I've never been anywhere like that, but I would love to. I've always been out west or south. There's a whole block of the United States that I haven't seen.
The Appalachian Mountains, it's beautiful over there. I mean,
yeah. I have been to the Smokies.
Smokies are beautiful.
There's not much camping there though.
Really
public lands.
Right.
You kind of have to reserve it all.
KOA-ish,
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess you kind of have to be fluid about what you can do, whenever you go to places like that, but it's not ideal.
Sometimes you do have to hit those places. Yeah, it gets way too late or or a parking lot somewhere.
Yeah, I totally get that. Someone said, "Are there any trails near Table Rock Lake?" Do you know that?
Ooh,
I think there is some. I think because Nathan actually went and did a photo shoot for Overlanding Rentals out with Grant, and I think they camped around Table Rock Lake. He'll have to maybe chime in on that.
He'll have to chime in on that.
Yeah, Muncie said that they're going to go do the Georgia Traverse. Shout out to Muncie, who is with Long Creek Overland. You can get our merch there. Yeah. I've never heard of the Georgia Traverse.
Oh, yes.
But that sounds fun. I would do that too.
On the list.
Yep, for sure. So you say Tony's outside in the garage packing. Do you have a checklist? How do you plan for the packing?
Oh, my.
You just throw it on?
I'm sure this is going to be a hot mess. Just because we're not going together. Usually,
because he's packing and you're not. You mean?
Well, babe, you're on your own.
Hope it's going well out there, Tony.
Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, since he's going down 2 days before me, so he's leaving in the morning. So I'm sure he's trying to go through his checklist about what he needs to bring. I mean, he's got the fridge with him, so that'll have to be packed up to go. And I'll just be. He's taking the trailer. He already has, the tent on the Gladiator. So they're just me and the kid heading down Friday in the JK with our clothes, basically. And if he calls me and says he needs something else or something we missed. But no checklist. Probably just have to go through mine. We probably should do a checklist, but
I know we have like on our phone. We have like the reminders of like some things that we because he's notorious. He doesn't have a good memory. He has to have everything written down.
Well, I get it. I mean, medication. I always make sure we have our old people pills. We gotta take. Old people pills. That stuff.
You're not that old. You're only as old as you feel.
That's right.
I feel really old. They keep on taking organs out of my body. So.
You don't need that thing anyways.
Apparently not.
You need that thing?
Yeah. Oh, Huckleberry margaritas?
Yes.
Arla, tell me more. What is this?
Okay, so it's Huckleberry, obviously.
Is that like homemade Huckleberry margarita?
Well, okay. So Tall Pines Distillery, they're in Pineville, Missouri, and they make their own moonshine legally. Oh. But they have this new flavor come out. So when we were going to Springfield and we went like to Artemis or that way, we stopped there and get a refill basically. Yeah. But they have a new flavor, Huckleberry, and then they have this Huckleberry syrup also you could buy, splash in there. And then she had this recipe that she had with margarita mix and the Huckleberry moonshine, the Huckleberry syrup, and they are delicious.
I may have to try just a little bit.
I can hook you up.
I'm not supposed to, but I may try a little bit.
I won't tell nobody. Except for all these people.
Nobody that's watching can say anything.
Keep on the DL, people. Keep on the DL. You're out of the circle.
It's a secret.
You're out of the circle.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're good. They're delicious.
So it's like a mix. Yeah, Matt said they were pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's in there. He's actually not packing. We were gonna go tomorrow. Actually, Matt was gonna go tomorrow, and I was gonna come up on Thursday. That was the plan, like from the original, and then we changed it to where we were both gonna go tomorrow. But then after today, with the gallbladder, the surgery, I'm still pretty sore from that. So now we're both gonna come up on Thursday, and just in case, because I'm not supposed to be driving. So right. That way he can be with me in case something does bad go down. So he's not started packing yet either. He needs to pack.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
Throw some clothes in a bag. Come by Long Creek and get a shirt when you don't have enough, or a hoodie.
Yeah.
We'll hook it up.
Exactly. I mean, you don't even need to bring clothes. Just go to Long Creek.
Just go to Long Creek. We can hook you up on the shirt and stuff.
Yeah, Muncie, you start selling those overlanding pants.
Yeah,
that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, some overlanding joggers.
Yeah, leggings. That could be a thing. We may have just started something.
Trademark it quick.
I am. Let me get to that website. Otherwise, I'm going to steal the idea. So when Tony comes up, are y'all going to stay in the camper? Or because you have the tent too, does McKenna sleep up there by herself?
Well, it goes both ways actually. I mean, she slept up in the tent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking she probably isn't because it's gonna be so cold. Those evenings. So
it's supposed to be in the like 40s, right?
Yeah. True fall weather.
Are we gonna have pumpkin spice? Is that a vendor?
I don't know. There's a store not too far. But I don't know. I'll either sleep in the tent with Tony or I'll sleep with her in the teardrop. So
Does it have a heater?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we have those little Mr. Buddy heaters in here, but we might have that for the tent, but we'll be somewhat close to power, I think, for that one. If not,
you
yeah,
heard?
it retains heat well, so you really don't have to have anything.
Have you heard of our Mr. Buddy heater story?
Mm-mm.
Let me tell you the Mr. Buddy heater story. It's a classic. So we have a Mr. Buddy heater, and in our camper, we didn't want it to turn on the heat because we weren't near like a plug-in. But we were cold because it was like really, really cold. I think this was at Rendezvous in the Ozarks maybe 2 years ago. Can't remember. Anyways, so Matt decides he is one of those people that he will not pay for things. He's very frugal. That's one word. But anyway, yeah. So he was just like, I can build this. So what he did is to make the heat rise, heat rises. So he was like, I could put a shield around the buddy heater handle so that way the heat will rise up and that way it will heat up and not, all that in the camper. So we had it at the base and we were like laying in there and it got real warm. That worked real well. But then like I'm sitting there and so what he had done is he had wrapped like foil around the handle to like make the shield thing. And so like I'm laying there and I'm like, I smell plastic.
Oh.
Like I smell plastic burning. And he's like, no. It's like, it's fine. He's like, let's go to bed. I'm like, okay, I'm inhaling fumes over here. Let's do this. And so I'm like, babe, no, there's something going on. So he leans forward and the handle of this Mr. Buddy heater was dripping because it had melted off. It had made the heat like come back on itself. He nearly killed us.
Nearly killed us.
And he says my idea worked too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For life insurance. Almost.
He's not a very, yeah. I'll have to tell you the story of the pipe bomb later, but.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
We'll save that for the booth, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm just surprised the FBI people weren't looking for us because there was pieces of this pipe bomb that we found like a neighbor down. Yeah.
Wow.
But his water storage system works better than the one you can buy. He nearly blew his head off, but there's that. Is Tony a DIYer?
He does do a lot of tinkering around like that. But like he's a draftsman. He works on AutoCAD all day, so he'll draw it up. Like it's a whole process, and try to figure it out that way and go about that. But yeah, we actually, I was just sitting there thinking we haven't even used the heater in the camper because we've only had the camper since I think we bought it in February. He did do a DIY. He calls it a skedaddle.
I was like, what is this?
He didn't want to spend the money for a
scuttle.
A scuttle, yeah. For the Timbo Tusk or whatever, and so he just,
those are expensive, aren't they? Like $400.
Yeah. So he DIY built one for like $80.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. So how did he make the disc?
He ordered this thing off of Amazon. It was a disc already pre-done. Like, yeah, and he just went to Lowe's and got pipe legs for it, measured them out, and did this whole thing. And then for the case to carry it, he ordered a
say what?
Yeah, it's like we'll show you.
Yeah.
It's like a drummer case, and it fits perfectly in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's all contained.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dang. Yep. Is it a pretty big? Is it like the size of it?
Yeah.
Of a scuttle?
Muncie even built one after that.
Mm-hmm. I've seen Muncie's, so it's like his?
Yeah. So his was like a 2.0 from Tony's or whatever. Tony built his, and then
don't tell Matt. He'll have a 4.0 or something.
Well, it's better. Well, it's better spending $400 for that. We got cheap parts to buy, man.
I know. It's all about priorities.
It is priorities.
Yeah.
I mean, those are fancy and really nice and all. And I keep trying to win one whenever Mason does his drawings, and I never win.
We need to get more. We need to get more free things. I don't know how to get that involved with all that. All the work we do,
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt cooks with cast iron. I need no scuttle.
Well,
but you know what?
Yeah.
If he had it, that's the thing. Because he didn't want a camper. He didn't want the Gladiator. Actually, he wanted the Gladiator, but not like he didn't want a fridge. He didn't want I could just name so many things that he did not want that we got. And now he's just like, this changes camping. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you get some of the essentials and these things to make it a little easier, then it's more enjoyable. If not, you're just not going to like it.
Yeah. What's someone says they have a cowboy walk. Is that kind of like,
it's like a walk and it has like horseshoes for handles, if that sounds right, with a
horseshoes for handles?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like real cowboy.
Yeah, like a plow disc. A lot of farmers, have those plow discs. Those, and then weld on some horseshoes for the handles for it. I bet cowboy walk.
See, I had Joey the Professor. He went and got me one of those mini walks. It's actual like a lodge mini walk, and so I haven't gotten to use that yet, and I really want to use that. Yeah. Someone said if Matt had a scuttle, he wouldn't use it. The man's gravy is amazing.
Oh, his gravy is so amazing.
I know. I didn't get these curves just by nothing. I blame it on him, and I blame this gallbladder on him too. We're gonna just blame it all on Matt.
I'm gonna take your side.
Yeah, because he made some cheesy chicken balls, and that night I was up, and I hadn't eaten anything like that in forever.
Oh. Well, way to go, Matt.
Yeah, it's his fault. So when are we gonna go on a trip together? We have not been on any. You've been with my husband and the Long Creek family.
Yep. You missed that.
I know.
I'm ready. We need to plan something. I know we're going with you guys. Be in November, I think it is, right?
Yeah, for our subscriber weekend. That's gonna be fun.
We got signed up for that, so
yeah. And I won't be all gimpy. Yeah.
I know. We're gonna wrap you in bubble wrap.
I know. Muncie said this weekend, Muncie, I can't go on any trail rides because of my gallbladder. I had my gallbladder removed.
We're working, Muncie. So are you,
sir. Yeah. I wonder if Muncie's going to go on the night ride. There's going to be a big night ride.
You going to go on the night ride? Are you, Muncie?
No, we'll see. Ooh, I like this. How about the last week of December to Big Bend?
I know. We want to go there pretty bad.
I would go there.
Yeah, there's a thing going on, I think, down that way that week. Isn't it the 26th through January?
Oh, see, if there's things going on, I don't typically like to go to those places.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I've been wrong one time.
And nobody knew about it, so it doesn't count.
I'm telling y'all now.
It's confession time. Yeah, you can tell Tony's like, I'm not answering that.
He'll answer that. He's trying to keep me in line.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Oh, Travis is in. Travis is I can't wait to meet Travis in person. He's coming to RITO. Actually, he'll be, I think, coming to our house tomorrow because he was supposed to leave out from here. And anyways, I'm excited to meet him. He's an EMT. He has advised me that I should stay home this weekend. So, we just won't talk about that.
You can go. You just come and sit next to me at the booth and chill.
I know. Don't talk about how slow I'm walking.
Let us baby you.
All right. So we have a few minutes left over. So tell us where we can find out your information with Bats Offroad. I know you have an Instagram. You have all this merch at Long Creek too. Tell us all the things.
We do have a YouTube channel, Bats Offroad. But you can go over and check out the videos that we have on there. We have a lot of video to go through now.
Who shoots all the video? Is it you? Is it a combo? Both y'all?
It's both. It's both. But we've been so busy, we just haven't had a chance. We got so many things going on the side right now that, and with our real jobs.
And you keep going to all these shows, you're going to have more stuff.
I know. It's fun. It's so fun. Of course, our Facebook page, Instagram, like you said, YouTube, and then all of our merch is with Long Creek Overland, along with everybody else, pretty much.
All the cool people.
That's where all the cool people hang out. Come by the booth at RITO and see us all.
Yep. I think we'll have different times there. When are you going to be at? You're going to be at the booth the whole time, aren't you?
All weekend. All weekend. Yeah.
You can see that pretty face all weekend.
That's an awesome ride. All weekend. All weekend. Yep.
Yeah.
You have to be there Friday and Saturday both? Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be there Friday and Saturday. We're coming over after Matt has the Gaia off-road classes. We're going to carry our little, we'll be like one of those bands in Louisiana that goes from the cemetery and does like we'll just keep walking.
Yep.
Hopefully it's not raining.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But we got lots of stuff going on. We with Bats Offroad right now, we've got several little things going on the fire. I can announce that Tony is going to be the U.S. dealer for Gekko Lander USA.
What? That's exciting.
Yeah, they're an Australian-based company, Overlanding Trailers, and they contacted him some time ago. So we've got that coming down the pipe right now.
Are you going to get a new camper?
There, we do have a camper coming. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we do have a different little camper coming. Yeah.
We should have started this on like 10 minutes ago. We could have been talking about this.
Well, we've been talking about everything else, but
I know.
You can get on Facebook and look at Gekko Lander USA. That's up and running, and the Instagram just now got up and running as well.
That's exciting.
They got some good stuff going on there. It basically will be in the price breaking point of like Patriot campers and Turtleback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love those campers. I didn't get to look at the Patriots very much, but man, I really like Turtlebacks.
Darchie tents on them.
Okay.
So
they already come with tents on.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's the option, yeah. So we're pretty excited about that. So that's something that's new. So he'll be doing a little more traveling, and we'll be going to a lot more events, especially him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got some
you're gonna miss him.
Yep. Gekko Lander USA.
That's awesome. I'm super proud for y'all.
Thanks. I'll call you for support.
Yeah. You'll have to. Be like, I don't know where he's at or what we're doing.
Girl therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Well, cool. All right. Well, I guess that's all we had tonight.
It's been so fast.
Yeah. Someone asked right now, does that mean that your camper is up for sale? They're already.
Could be. Not yet.
Dude, everything has a price, Chad.
It does.
Everything has a price.
How much you pay?
Yeah. Ours may be up for sale too. We've actually talked about that.
Yeah.
Just because, we're not going to be needing it or when we have the van full time. So
yeah, your new hot ride, Sprinter van.
Exactly.
With the built-in potty.
It's like a new van mom thing. All right, well, everybody come see us this weekend. RITO, Rendezvous in the Ozarks. You can come see Arla and Bats Offroad over at the Long Creek. And just check everybody out. There's going to be classes. Go to Natural State Overland's webpage. You can see the list of events and details. That's right. It was a blast, my dear.
It was so fun. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, we had fun. It's just nice to have a girls' night every now and then.
I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Girls have opinions too. Come on.
Exactly. And they're usually the best ones.
Come sit with you this weekend so Matt doesn't yell at you.
I will. All right. Bye, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.